Boo! Hello, everyone who is for some reason watching this video. It's very weird if you are. Um, but I just wanted to showcase this little build I made in Minecraft. I made it the entire hub world, the Mos Eisley Cantina from Lego Star Wars 2. Just recently got the game. I've been very, it's very fun. Um, and I've got my equipment all set up. I got my Jedi robes. So why don't we start off in the interior right here? So let's do it. Well, here we are. We're starting right here at the Cantina shop. So right here is where the shop would be. So you can buy all your minifigures, your cheats, everything else. I don't really remember. But you spend your studs here, unlock some characters like Gonk Droid. We have some just chests here, which those would be little 2x3 cabinets, but uh, same function, just with a chest. Still looks pretty good, I'd say. We have this hallway that leads nowhere. Don't know why that's really there, but it is. And then we have the not the clone vat, the custom creator vat thing. So you can make your own custom Jedi, Hero, Sith right here, which is very cool, very fun, and I like the way these turned out. I wish I should maybe put like a mob in here or an armor stand. That would be kind of cool. Just have them floating in there, but I don't know if I can do that though. These soul torches everywhere across the wall are just some little lights in game, where if you use the force on them, they spit out some studs, but they're blue, and this is like the only blue wall-mounted light source in Minecraft. And that will be A New Hope right over there. But we just have a few tables and chairs here, another light, and an entrance to the outside, or an exit, I guess, to the outside. Right here is the A New Hope levels area. So all these level rooms are the same. Just a few tables with all the levels, which I put the names. So we have Secret Plans, Through the Jundland Wastes, Mos Eisley Spaceport, which is where we are right now, Rescue the Princess, Death Star Escape, and Rebel Attack. And every room has one of these weird question mark doors, and I don't know where these lead. So I guess I'll find out soon. Maybe not. But exiting out here, we just got no more tables. And this area, I hate this area. This is on like a diagonal in game, and it's just very annoying in Minecraft because blocks. But this enters into Jabba's room where you go do bounty hunting missions, and you go through the levels and find the characters in them, which is very fun. But this actually leads to Jabba's room, and it just is a simple teleport, because making that room on diagonal, you'll see, would have been a pain in the butt. So if we just go in here, then boom, we are in Jabba's room. We just have more tables, central-ish pillar. I guess, I mean, it couldn't be in the center because the camera will constantly be like that, but I guess it couldn't be in the center, but that's what they did. They put it there. And then this is Jabba's little room in here. So you walk over and just scroll through and get a character, then find them in a level. Oh. I don't know why I'm yawning so much, but this room would have been so hard diagonal, so it just teleports you. Um, but you know, it works, and I like the kind of makes it look like it fades into the darkness. This one doesn't have the effect as much, but I like the effect on this one, just having that black terracotta into the black concrete. I really like that. So, continuing on, we have another little table and chair area, which kind of looks like the Han Solo Greedo scene. There's definitely another area that looks more like it, but whatever. Another light, and then here we have the Empire Strikes Back room. So like I said, layout is the same, but we have Hoth Battle. I've heard very bad things about that one. I've heard it's annoying. Escape from Echo Base, Falcon Flight, Dagobah, Cloud City Trap, Betrayed over Bespin, and once again, Secret Door, that I have yet to know the meaning of. Just outside, there's another table. We have right here another exit to the exterior. Those all just teleport because the dimensions are warped outside. The canteen is much smaller than, well, the interior, so that would be impossible to do. So it just teleports you outside. Oh my god. Man, I'm yawning so much. And then this would be episode 6, Return of the Jedi. So we have Jabba's Palace, Great Pit of Carkoon, Speeder Showdown, the Battle of Endor, Jedi Destiny, and Into the Death Star. And again, question mark room I have yet to know the meaning of. And then we have the main exit. This leads to the front of the cantina, or I guess what you could call the front. I like to think of it as the front. Oh my god. And then over here, this is what I think is more like Han Solo and Greedo's area, because it's like more walled off, so pew pew. I don't care what anybody says. Han shot first. Nobody can tell me otherwise. It's just true. I know George Lucas changed it and all that, but Han's shot first. It was not Greedo. And that takes us right back here to the cantina shop. But in the center, we have the actual bar area. Bar in quotes, because this is a Lego game. We cannot have bars, but this was kind of hard because you don't actually ever get to see the middle of it in game. It's just the exit, or not the exit, the outer counter. You don't ever get to see the inner one, but knowing what I know from the movie, I knew there was an inner one. So after I built this, I just centered that right in there. And this is actually centered here too. So that will be it for the interior, sorry. So now if we just go on through one of these entrances or exits, and it is nighttime. Hang on. You did not see that. Oh, I see. It's the weather. No, it was both. Okay. Well, pretend that you are seeing this again for the first time. Woo! Boom, there we are. Now we're on the exterior. So, this doesn't really look like Mos Eisley, but it is. In the game, it is just really freakishly tall, and I don't know why, but it is. And there would be some mini kit builds scattered about if you're able to complete them all. But that's a little hard because, well, it's hard to make a Lego micro build of a ship in Minecraft, which is already hard enough to make a lot of stuff. Man, I am so tired for some reason. But just about, we have some canopies and some barrels. These would be metal barrels in game, or like gray. Can't really do that, but I like the wooden ones. They fit, I think. They don't look out of place. And then these are just little trash cans. You can find trash cans, so I just use flower pots. Um, they achieve it, I think. I mean, they're different colors. They should be the same color, but and I mean, you wouldn't know unless I told you, but whatever. It's just some more junk scattered about. Just a few canopies and all that, and then right here is a little silver, chrome, whatever you want to call it, um, structure, which you can only destroy these as bounty hunters. So that's what that is. I like how this was captured. I think it's like a moisture farm thing. Um, just judging from how it looks in Tatooine, but yeah, I like it. And then here we have the Lego City thing. I do know this. I am pretty sure it's when you get True Jedi on every level, you unlock this little Lego City thing, where you can just go through Lego City as Star Wars characters. The footage I was basing this off of, it just ended here. I did not mean to do that. It just ended here, with a wall. I mean, I know it doesn't do that, but that's all I could see. Would have been nice to have the actual, like, model to look at, but I don't. Oh my god. What the heck? More canopies, more barrels, and then here we have another entrance, so this would take you right here, which is near A New Hope. Or no, not A New Hope. Return of the Jedi. So that's this door right here. And then the footage I was basing this off of, they didn't actually go in these doors. I had to judge based off of that one, which one this would be. So I was able to do that. That was pretty easy. And then we have another chrome little structure here. Maybe just a smaller moisture farm thing, but maybe just some scrap metal too. Could be that. Just another one of these. This one, it's kind of hard because they were like circular bricks in game, but I did it, I think. More canopies, more little trash cans and barrels scattered about, and we have another chrome structure here. This one was a cone in game, and it's bigger than those. I think like 6x6, and that was really hard because it's hard to make a cone out of a 2x2, and it was hard to get. Because I wanted the colors to kind of match, so I used stone because iron blocks would have looked just bad. Because they're white, they're not really gray. So I just went with the smooth stone. Oops. Breaking everything here. And then we have another entrance. This leads to the final one, which is over by A New Hope. So this is just by the, whatever those things are, the character creation things. Blech. And then here, more canopies. There's one over there. That one's actually double this length. And then there's more barrels, some trash cans lined here, or just barrels, smaller little storage things. Larger canopy right here, and we're making our way back around the front by this point. Just this canopy along with here, which you could technically get up there. You can't do this in game, but you can, and that sort of breaks the illusion of this wall. Now, speaking of this wall in game, this is just a cliff that if you fall off of, you die. Can't do that because there's actually the interior right below. Because obviously when you're outside, you can't just look up and then see the interior, so it had to be above it. I guess it didn't have to be. It could have been really far away, but then the render distance would have to be down, blah, 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 blah. This is the easiest thing to do. So, what I did instead was I made that little cliff area to make it like a little canyon, but it just goes up over this wall, and it's right here. Gives off that kind of early 90s, 2000s video game hub world thing where it's just floating. So they put some walls around it, like Mario 64. Like all of those maps just kind of have slopes up and then stop that you just can't get over because they're too steep. So that's kind of what this is. But yes, that's that. And finally, this dome. This is you can't really see it on the actual in-game thing. Might not be accurate, but I wanted to make it more like Mos Eisley, because in canon there's a bunch of little domes and a big dome and antenna and stuff. So just did that. And well, that's it. So goodbye. There's police sirens going by. That's great. Anyways, goodbye. That was my Mos Eisley Cantina map from Lego Star Wars 2 in Minecraft. Just wanted to kind of showcase this off. Tried to do this last night, but it did not look good. I was very tired, and I am apparently tired too now, even at 11 o'clock. So, whatever. Here we are, and this is the end of the